The web was meant to be open and distributed, but over the decades, intermediaries became gatekeepers of attention and trust. And now that we're building the Internet of Agents, I think we have the opportunity, also the responsibility to not to make the same mistakes and to create economies where information, reputation, market signals are common good and public, and anyone can create, discover, and verify agents without any company in the middle deciding who deserves trust and attention. And this will let communities express their full potential. It will let startups grow. I think it will also help democracy staying healthier. That's why we wrote 8004. That's why I think we are all here today. And so it's not just about a technical specification, it's really about converging all together on the same credibly neutral infra based on Ethereum, of course, and create an open permissionless internet of agents. So welcome everybody, I am Marco. This is the first 8004 community call, and I will leave the mic to my co-author Davide, who has been, by the way, just last week, been appointed like head of AI at Ethereum Foundation. Congrats, Davide. The mic is yours.
Great to see everyone. Thanks, Marco, for the inspiring intro. And Marco is actually the one who chose the theme song as well. Let me present. Just checking, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
So we're quickly going to introduce the team, and then we'll discuss what are the next steps for 8004. And I think that's why many people are here as well. Like with this first call, we want to bring together the entire community, start working together. We have builder program announcement, and then Marco will actually like dive on what's happening on the spec, and then we have a few demos and Q&As. Yeah, myself and Marco already introduced. So we have Jessie. She's coordinating like efforts around 8004. She recently joined the DI team. I'm super excited like about her joining. Like she's already like very familiar with like many teams in the ecosystem, being in this role before. Isha. She works on the app support team at the EF, and she's also joining our team. And then Leonard is one of the main experts in infra engineering. He's currently a consensus. So we assembled this team like basically from myself and Marco's network to kind of really focus on 8004, which is the priority for like both of our teams right now. Just quickly on what happened, right? So we launched ERC-8004 Trustless Agents on August 15, and it unleashed tremendous energy in the community. Many projects came together around these new standards. I was just talking to Marco before the start of the call, and like we are looking that there were like almost 10,000 unsolicited mentions of 8004, like on socials, like after launch. We had like 8 independent implementation of the very first version of the spec. So many teams reached out to build or publicly endorsed saying that, hey, this is a great idea. We want to build on this. Many of those teams are here today, which we're excited about. And then like it's been like the #1 conversation on Ethereum Magicians in terms of protocol upgrades in the past year. Every week, so many comments, and actually we're really grateful for these because most of them informed the next version of the spec that we are working on and we will discuss today. So why now? Like just a reflection on this, right? So there is standards on like agent to agent and then agent to tools, like really like emerging and getting traction. For example, MCP marketplace and registries are popping up everywhere. They have one problem, that they are centralized. And then now there is like this agent to agent protocols. There is another framework called Agentic, essentially like trying to establish the base protocol for like the Internet of Agents, like communication between agents. But there is a lot of trust assumptions baked inside, at least before this proposal, before like we also worked on like adding X402 payments to this. And then at the same time, there's many projects in the Ethereum ecosystem that are launching agents, protocol for agents. It seems though that everyone has their own framework, which leads to fragmentation, silos. Like it doesn't seem like an outcome that can really lead to like bootstrapping, exploring this agentic economy on Ethereum. So what 8004 does, it sets the foundation for this agent economy. It's a credibly neutral standard. It enables discovery and trust. It also like essentially like removes the silos, right? Like now you can have composability between all agents, not just by agents deployed on a single protocol or a single marketplace. And then it's extensible off chain, right? So the way we're thinking about, you've probably seen like the proposal is very lightweight, and then there's going to be like a corollary of like infrastructure around it that will really enable functionality, and like a lot of the focus there is on DevX and also like what Leonard has been focused on with the team. And if you're not speaking, can you please mute? So briefly, like what 8004 does, there is 3 registries: identity, reputation, and validation. And these are like essentially like entry points, and they provide like the relevant information. We just see it as a very like strong but very lean foundation layer, credibly neutral, as I said. And then around these, essentially like there will be agent developers that can like register agents, application developers, validation services, which will come as like these agents start being verified and validated. And then this information can be used for a variety of services: explorers, marketplaces, rating agencies could pop up, right? In the sense that even the reputation registry just provides like the baseline for recording like trust scores, but these probably will need to be processed, like different economies will pop up. And then one thing I'm excited about in the future is that, of course, like we have financial rails. So this will be also like a lot of application in the InfoFi or like AgentFi space. Yeah, and I won't spend much time like talking about like types of agents. Like Marco has a post on it. We can repost it in the channel if people like want to go and see it. Sriram, a friend, also has an interesting post on it. And I guess the idea is that in the month of October, we'll be working with a lot of like builders in the community to like deploy new agents, new interaction between agents. So hopefully like we will uncover like a lot of these together. And in terms of what's next, there is we're gonna do a workshop at the virtual hackathon next week. But this is like kind of an intermediate step. The main milestone is on October 3rd. We release like the new version of the 8004 spec. There is a few changes, but we think that this can be the stable version. where then like we feel confident that okay, people can start like building on this, like deploying more production use cases on this. And then October, like focus on building, hackathons, workshops. And then the other main event is on November 21st. This is the Friday of the Dev Connect week. We'll host the Trustless Agents Day in Buenos Aires. And there we will invite like a lot of like the teams deploying agents on 8004, as well as like researchers in both AI and intersection of blockchain AI to essentially like look at where the state of 1004 is and decide together like the path forward, what is next.
Okay, so on the Builders program, let me do a quick intro. Hi guys, I'm Isha. I'm on the App Relations and Research team at the EF. My role is basically to support all the teams with anything that they need to succeed in the ecosystem, be it visibility, be it connections, anything ad hoc. So when I saw all like the discussions and the momentum that was going on in the 8004 builders community, I thought that this is like a great place where we can support teams in getting to the next stage. So with the team, we thought like let's take in like the momentum, let's take in the discussion, and let's show the world what 8004 can do, right? And so with DevConnect, as Davide said, with DevConnect happening in November on the 21st, we are hosting Trustless Agents Day. And I know between when the proposal came out and now to DevConnect, it's not enough time. So to accelerate the progression of the demos with the Builders program, we want to provide you guys with all kinds of support. So with Davide and Leonard and Marco helping you with technical feedback and any technical support that you guys need. So answering your questions, getting on calls with me and Jesse on the GTM side of things, and to make any intros with infra providers, with L2s, anything else. So I would say that's like the entire builder path. And again, like anything ad hoc, right? Because it's not like a one size fits all thing at this point. To get you guys to the demo day, we can always like hop on a call and discuss what we can do. So yeah, I think that's about it. What we're looking for is, again, like there's no specific criteria as to like what kind of apps should come out of it, but it's anything that makes sense, anything that shows what 8004 like looks like in practice, and new use cases, or again like you just like if you want help in brainstorming ideas with us, we are here to support too. So we've shared the form, we've shared the details with you, so have a look at it, and if you have any questions, let us know. And yeah, looking forward to see all the applications and the demos when they happen. Really excited to see how we take this to the next wave. Thank you. That's it for me. Oh, and also like Leonard and Jesse, do you guys have anything to add here? Sorry.
No, very glad to meet everyone here. Definitely do sign up for the Builder program. We'll try to support you in any way we can. I work mainly on tech side of things. So if you have any questions about, the spec, things, suggestions for things to build, if you want a technical review, or if you're working on things that are a bit more technical, like for example, TEEs, I can help out. But very excited to see what Era's going to build.
Jesse, don't be shy.
Yeah, awesome. Nice to meet everyone again. Yeah, so very excited about the Builder program. This is our way to focus our support to make sure that we have something that's demo ready, production ready, usable by DevConnect. So hopefully we'll get to see you guys there. Awesome. I think we can go on to the next slide with the battle of the two logos. Or sorry, not yet.
No, we have
Specs.
it's the boring part of the call, but sorry guys, it's a protocol call, so we need to talk about the protocol, and I will try to keep it short. So first of all, really, thank you. I don't know, I've talked to so many people one-to-one in group messages. It has been like a pretty tough month, I have to say, But just to say that everything that we are discussing here is the result of discussion with you, your request, your excitement. So thank you for everything. We don't have like radical changes from a purpose perspective, but we do have, I think, probably important changes in terms of how we achieve that. To have better efficiency, performance, and probably the most important thing where we have worked on is making the protocol frictionless or with less friction than before. I will briefly go to the list, then we can bring the conversation in private when we will share the draft or also in the public group, of course. So we will support also MCP. That's very important. One common request was we love HOA, but why not MCP, which is, well, very popular as well. Second, we would like to have clients expressing feedback without going or through the full registration process or removing friction there, because the easier it is for clients to vote, the better it is. Third, for the identity registry, which is just one of the three registry, the data structure, the ID, the domain, and the address is exactly the same of a 721. And so we will probably leverage 721, the URI storage extension, for different reasons. We like to use standards. It's more elegant to use standards. And this will give for free what many of you have asked, which is the possibility to delegate the management of an agent to other addresses with the so-called operators. This is given for free with 721. And another important thing is that this will accelerate a lot the development of that specific registry because, of course, there is an amazing Open Zeppelin implementation for that. Reputation. Many of you have asked to save optionally more information on chain instead of just the pointers to the off-chain file to have better on-chain composability. This will enable smart stuff like calculating average of reputation directly on chain. So that's for sure a direction that we will take as optional. And we will also publish the response of the validation and not just the request with a commitment on chain. We also have conventions. So these are not part of the specs explicitly, but it's very important to help developers implementing that. So we'll use more IPFS because IPFS with on-chain data enables you to do subgraph. And so you have for free indexing, which is great for having a better experience because the page just loads faster. And same for X402, we'll provide examples on how to use X402 payments, proof of payments as an attribute in 8004 attestation. And also we will clarify how to use that with ENS, as many of you have asked. And we will try to offer also good DevX. Again, this is a convention, it's not part of the specs, on the different ways to implement these and stake secure inference. This last point will not arrive on the third, but later. And this is done in collaboration with the many T and stake securing projects that are part of the community. So it's really run by you. We will suggest to run indexers, as I said, it will be easier with subgraph probably. And we will also suggest to sponsor transaction. No need to manage this at the protocol level because thanks to Pectra, as you know, we have 7702. So at the application level, anybody will be able to develop application where clients can give feedback without gas and maybe without registering. So super easy. We would like to go on testnet around mid-October. This will enable you to accelerate your development for DevConnect. We don't have a specific date for mainnet yet. We for sure want to be also on L2s. We have many L2s that are contributing to the community. So of course, we'll not have just one L2, but that's the direction it will happen before DevConnect. If you have any feedback, you can text me, you can text in the group. As soon as we have a more structured, updated document, we will share it. Thank you for everything. The mic goes to Jesse. Oh, we have a logo moment. We just received logos.
Yeah, so our team from the EF created two logo versions that we kind of like. We wanted to have the community vote on this. Feel free to, submit a number in the comment. Yeah, perfect. Oh, everyone likes number. Okay. I guess the results are almost very
We
clear.
don't need to count. I'm doing a sibling attack and passing multiple choose.
it seemed unanimous before the Sibyl attack. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. We will also post a final logo version in the group chat and turn this official. Cool. And I think next up we have demos. All right, the first demo is Praxis. Feel free to play the video. And Praxis will be here to answer any questions at the end. Can everyone hear the audio? I
No.
don't think I can hear. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like people can hear the audio.
Did you share the screen with a share audio option?
Let me see. Maybe I need to turn on my audio.
Hey, Praxis community. In this demo, we're going to explore how to register agents in the 8004 ecosystem. You'll see how agents orchestrate tasks across the decentralized network. So we're going to launch our Telegram post agent from the Praxis interface. So we can watch as the orchestrator registers the tool and prepares the workflow. So the LLM-driven orchestrator automatically generates a workflow plan. The steps will appear on screen, and as you can see, no manual coding is required. And in the logs, we see the P2P host start the tool, register the workflows, and these details reveal the agent's lifecycle. Moments later, the agent posts to our Telegram channel, and the UI shows a message appearing and marks the steps as complete. And here's the agent's configuration. Its name, P2P host, and registered information is all showing, demonstrating how it all works. So next we summon our X summarizer agent and ask it to recap the latest CZ Binance tweets. The orchestrator routes the request to the correct agent. We wait as the agent processes the summarization request. The progress bar and logs update to show the script is running. And now the X agent returns a concise summary alongside with the link. Now we open Twitter to verify the summary matches the actual post. And now we use the ERC-8004 registration tool. Some information will be hidden for privacy purposes. We enter the agent's DID, peer ID, and capabilities. The agent's card is published to the registry, and it also appears in the Explorer. After publishing, the agent appears in the Agent Explorer. His card follows the ERC 8004 standard, making them discoverable and interoperable. This is how Praxis works end to end. Thank you for watching.
Awesome. And Praxis, if you guys are on the call, feel free to also talk about it, or if anyone has questions, feel free to ask in the group chat.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if my camera's working correctly there, but hi guys. Great to be on the call with you here today. My name's Robert Bright and I'm the co-founder and CEO for Praxis. Not to go into a deep pitch or introduction here, but I think that our mission very neatly ties into what Marco said in the beginning. We're looking to create a world where AI is owned by the people and not the corporations. And the tech that we're developing neatly sits on top of 8004. So we've already been engaging with some of the other builders in the community, and we're very excited for what's ahead. We have some from the technical team on the call here today as well. So please feel free to ask any questions around the tech that we're building or which way we're heading with the organization.
Awesome. And I think we have, thank you so much, Praxis and Robert and the team. We also have Fala next. I think Fala is able to potentially do a demo live, so feel free to share your screen if you can.
Yeah. Let me share my window right here. Okay. So what we've been working on is a code review agent because there's a lot of people who don't trust how they vibe code, so they want an agent that vibe codes for them. So it's just the basis of this idea. But when we were working on it, we were building out the idea of an identity registry, the validator registry, and the reputation registry, but we were also adding a TEE verifier as well to basically verify what the code was doing in real time. So when we were registering the agent, we tried to set up a full A2A protocol. And just to explain kind of what we did is the A to B to C server. This is the A to A process. These are various APIs, but they're various validators that were registered on chain using the new agent function. When we discover agents, we wanted to be able to discover agents from the registry, so validators, so that we can bring them in order so that we could use those agents, and they might just be APIs, for example. And so API A, B, and C might just power the code and do the audit and the review. One validates and verifies the quality, and then the other one returns the reputation back to the reputation registry. And then when we're running this application, it was quite fun to see how it all connected. So this doesn't have like a professional paymaster yet, and just so you know, but here's the general idea. You can start a code review. In the code review process, effectively just asks you to start your MetaMask. Your MetaMask comes back with a transaction. The transaction comes back and says that the actual local host is doing this. But with local host, what happens with TEEs is that the actual application domain will be port forwarded to the actual MetaMask or to the transaction that you're signing. So the TEE could effectively prove from the operating system level through a zero trust domain that the domain that you're using is actually the thing that you're signing. So it's effectively like going online onto the internet and sort of seeing this artifact, this domain almost, that has its like own life, its living, breathing thing. So we can confirm that transaction, and we'll send the transaction, and we'll create an A2A session. It'll build out the blockchain transaction, and we'll wait, and we can see that we have a pretty low trust score. So we're going to try to increase the score by just doing the agent validation. It's going to be talking to that API. So what's nice about the TEE's environment is that you can instantiate the environment with a private key at the time that it was booted up. So what we've been experimenting with here at Fala is using our CVMs to deploy an agent that has its own key, and then being able to fund the key so that it can be a self-funded, trustless, completely off-chain agent. And so when we check these transactions, I deployed this to the base Sefolia chain. So you guys are more than welcome to use my contracts for Testnet if you want to, because it's only one registry. So yeah. And if anyone wants those contracts, I'll show you. But basically, at the end of the day, I can increase my code score. So I'm basically using my own APIs to my own advantage. But then what's nice is that you can't see my private key. You can't also see my API keys. So you get to use my application, my APIs, but you get to pay me for it potentially to service you for any particular purpose, like said, like said trustless code review. So that's how we approach the demo and the problem, and hopefully that gives you some insight onto sort of how the whole 8004 process works. If there's no questions, you could see that I can download the code, and you could actually take a look at it yourself if anyone's curious, but I'll leave it there just so that I can save on time. And thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yay, okay. And up next, we have Chaos Chain as well. And if you have any questions for Fala and Praxis, yeah, feel free to send in the comments.
Hello, everyone. So I will also give a live demo. I can't share my screen.
You should.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
It may be something to celebrate. Samit is the first person that realized like an 8004 implementation, like one day that the draft was out. So absolute record.
Thanks for having me involved since the more or less the beginning of the release of the implementation. Sorry, of the EIP. Okay, I had to grant permission to. Okay, here we go. I thought I have to restart the Zoom. Yeah, so hello everyone. So with Chaosian, like we are building an accountability protocol for the agentic economy. And what that means is like we need to have a triple verification stack so that like we verify everything that happens from human interacting with agent. So that's where like Google's new AP2 comes in, right? Like to cryptographically verify the intent mandate, and then you need to have a verifiable execution where like agent runs its logic, its business logic, so on and so forth, and then you need to assess and value the agent's output. Now, of course, like 8004 provides the fundamentals, right, with the identity, reputation, and validation. So we have also released the Chaosian SDK, which allows you to interact with all the ERC-8004 contracts that we have deployed on Base, Sepolia, Ethereum, Sepolia, and Optimism. So with this SDK, you also get some more things. We have integration with X402 like natively, and you will also have IPFS storage for all the agentic work that goes into it. So like, yeah, you pip install Chaosian SDK, and then to get AP2, you have to like install it manually. It's not yet available as a package. So enough with this talk. Let's run the demo. Yeah, so here we are going to see like we have three agents like Alice, Bob, and Charlie. Like Alice is the server agent, Bob is the validator, and Charlie is the client who is going to request work from Alice. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm going too fast, I think. Okay, like for step one is of course like starting the configuration for 8004 and X402. And then it starts setting up all the essential primitives. We can also have a facilitator for X402, so on and so forth. Yeah, so using this SDK, which you can see, like this is more or less the interface to register your agent. So you have your agent domain, and then this will give you the ID. So we have ABC. These are their wallets. So you like SDK will also set up wallets for you using Coinbase Agent Kit, right? So these agents I have already registered it, like Alice.Chaosian, that's the domain. So agent ID is 10. This is their wallet, 11 and 12. It's sequential. Now, like phase two is like where we start the verifiable stack, and that's where the work also begins. So the work is that Charlie is requesting with this description, like find your winter jacket in green, you know, like she's also like giving some parameters. And then AP2, right now we have AP2 installed. So it is going to like create the mandate for the card. with its JWT token, and then created and verified. We get the now the second step is the process integrity, where I was talking about like we need a verifiable execution. So right now I'm doing it in a very inefficient way. So T's is something interesting to explore here with probably with Fala. So right now I'm just hashing the code and also the input parameters. So this is the hash. All right, and then I'm using Crew AI for the agents, and then the work has started. Like Alice is like right now doing the market analysis to find this jacket. Yeah, this is all the work that is being put in. Okay, like analysis is complete. Oh, sorry. So the conference score is 73%. So like process integrity, like what Alice has done, is being stored on IPFS using Pinata for storing. And shout out to Pinata team, like they're great. So yeah, you can see here it is being stored. That's a CID here. Right. Now, next step is like authorizing the payment. Now that the work is done by Alice, so Charlie has to now pay Alice, and then our X402 gets activated and the payment is being processed. You can see the hash. This is the transaction hash, and this payment information will also get packaged into the evidence package that will be stored on IPFS. Sorry if I'm going over time, just let me know if my time is out. So with AP2 allows us to not just have crypto payments, but also it allows us to extend to fiat. Like you can use basic card or like Google Pay, Apple Pay. This is all part of like you can integrate this with Chaos Chain SDK. All right. So now Alice is requesting validation using 8004 validation registry. And then you get the data hash for that. So yeah, now Bob has started validating. And this validation, again, like these servers are using Crew AI. These are their work outputs. Yeah, so the validation score comes out to be 96. And then now Charlie has to also pay Bob for the work Bob has put into. Yeah, so as a dummy for protocol fee for Chaos Chain, we'll have 2.5% for every transaction that goes through it. So all of this is again like going to be stored in IPFS. Here it is. So the validation is being stored. So we have the information like metadata on it. This is the overall score, 96 out of 100. Yeah, not bad. Now, yeah, so in Chaos Chain, like we want to like then package all these things and then submit this evidence package to our set of verified agents. And then we want to promote like this agentic consensus where multiple verified agents will be looking to validate the output and create a score vector. Yeah, so this way, this is the workflow. And we also get our monitoring summary for what how the X402 payment was carried out. And
we're running out of time.
Just the last.
Yes, if you could.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm finished.
You can share also materials in repo. We can also like play around asking if you want.
Sure. Yeah, like this is the Explorer we built, and then these are the agents which are registered here. Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry for going over time.
Great. And again, if you can share resources, I'm sure you are all curious to learn more. Thank you, Samit and Chaos Chain. Next demo, and then we have one more, one person just reached out to me. This is an open call, so if you have demos, just text in the chat or text one of the team members and we can make this happen. So I'm demo on behalf of Rich Pedersen, who is now, he wants you to know, he's in Croatia, he's biking, he's without his smartphone, and so he just sent, shared this video, and but I will play, I think, at a faster velocity.
To allow the movie agent implementation to accept.
It's a bit long, and so let's use 1.75, how I do with podcast. should work.
Hello, here's a demo of the Agent Identity Service for Ethereum blockchain. This solution implements ERC-8004 and provides a seamless UI that interacts with an on-chain identity and reputation registry. And make sure and catch our Ethereum naming service integration at the end of this demo. The solution allows you to search for existing agents within the system. It also allows you to manage your own agents. To create and manage your agents, you log in using your social credentials. Once authenticated, the system connects to your on-chain externally owned account, EOA. And if one does not exist, an EOA is created. Note the EOA address shown in the header area. You can select that link to view your account on Etherscan. Now you're ready to create an agent record and register it with the ERC-8004 identity registry. Let's create that move review agent. To create a new agent, you just need to define agent domain, and an on-chain domain is created. An ERC-4337 account abstraction is generated and registered with the identity registry. Once registered, an agent ID created by identity registry is returned and associated with the agent. It is important to notice that all of this happens without the user needing to interact with the chain wallet and spend ETH. All of this is managed behind the scenes and paid for by a hidden paymaster. A new movie agent is created and registered with identity. If you clicked on the agent address, you would see an Etherscan that is an ERC-4337 account abstraction. All fees needed to construct these on-chain agents are covered by a transparent paymaster that the user never sees. Next, we update the agent's agent card. Notice that the card is defaulted with the default ERC-8004 required fields of registration and trust model. The registration signature is created using the EOA owner of the agent AA. This signature can be validated by the agent AA based on ERC-1271. This agent card is maintained here and then copied into the actual agent implementation. While we are editing the move review agent card, let's look at what is happening behind the scenes. When we signed in, a user EOA is created as shown on the left of the diagram. When the movie review agent was created, and we created a movie agent account abstraction, ERC-4337. That account is owned by the user's EOA. That account address serves as the identity address registered in the identity registry. All this happens automatically. The agent card we are setting up is linked to this account abstraction. Delegated permission is also set up to allow the movie agent implementation to accept feedback connection between the client and server via reputation registry. We next create a move chat client agent that uses the movie review agent service. A client agent is also created on chain to support the reputation relationship between the client and service agents. Okay, back to the video and us capturing the move agent card skills and other agent information. Notice the agent-card.json on the right-hand side. The JSON includes the ERC-8004 fields of registrations and trust models. The registrations include the agent ID, on-chain address, and signature. The user can copy that JSON at any time and set up their agent implementation. So we have the move agent all ready to go. The user can select the arrow icon to view the agent-card.json hosted by the agent implementation. They can go to Etherscan and see the on-chain agent account. The user can also go out and view the delegation session package used by the movie agent implementation to accept feedback. Now let's create the client agent that calls the movie reviewer service agent. The client assistant agent is a chat UI that allows their customer to query the movie service agent for movie information. Now the movie chat agent is ready to go and shows up in the list. Next, we update this movie assistant client agent card and set the feedback data URI. This feedback data URI is used to track feedback used by the ERC-8004 reputation framework. This client agent card JSON is copied and put in the actual client agent implementation. Now that the client agent is ready, we can copy the client agent card to JSON and put it in the client agent app implementation. When we select the agent card JSON icon, you can see the agent card hosted by the implementation. Now we are ready to generate the movie agent delegation session that empowers the movie agent to create the accept feedback record within the reputation registry. While that is happening, let's look at the diagram again and see how an on-chain delegation account abstraction is used to facilitate this process. It allows the agent to update the reputation registry without exposing the full power of the EOA private key. It also allows all this stuff to happen without the user having to retain any guess or have any UI pop-ups getting in the way. The session package shown here is automatically created. The user copies this package and places it in the movie agent so they can talk with the reputation registry.
You must come today.
Now it's time to show the movie chat client in action.
The interesting thing
This is an
here,
example application that Google and Linux Foundation created to show how agent-to-agent interaction.
The interesting thing here is really to show a vertical integration, which includes how you can offer SRP-less experiences with Web3 Auth, the delegation toolkit to delegate your agent to do stuff, paymaster, attestation. So I really like that Rich connected all the dots. Thanks, Richard, and enjoy your biking race. Now the floor goes to Tim. Tim, feel free to introduce yourself before doing your demo. You have like ideally around 3 minutes for max. The floor is yours.
Hey everyone, it's Tim Cotton. This has just been a fantastic community call. So I reached out to Marco because we've been talking about like the reputation registry and threat mitigation for bad ratings. People who say, oh, that agent is competing with my agent, so I'm going to go do a Sybil attack where I pay for the services, but I leave terrible ratings. And so I was like, how do we even model that out? So at Scripted, we went ahead and just built a really quick simulator. I want to show it to you, and I want to show you what happens like before and after if we just add one additional primitive to the spec for letting agents register a dispute and whether they did something with the dispute or are leaving it up to the market to decide. So let me go ahead and share this. Share screen. Yep, I'm going to share the whole screen. Oh, sorry for the whole. All right. Can you everybody see this now? That is the question. Can I get a head nod from Marco?
Works.
Very good. Okay, so this there's going to be a link. I'll put a link in the chat in a minute. This attack simulator is very simple. You can set, your initial reputation that the agent currently has. You can say how many events are we simulating, and it does some stochastic stuff to play with that, and tells you, hey, if there is an attacker who has equally bad demand down here to the honest demand that's happening, what happens to your revenue? What happens to your final reputation? And so, as an attacker levels up, the hit is hard. The idea is if we add a dispute object that can then mitigate, like you could say something like, hey, I refunded this guy. Or, hey, my thing actually worked and the validators can't prove it because it's image generation and it looks fine according to these people. Well, you can bring that reputation back up. You can prevent that by having just that single primitive. So I'll leave the link. You guys play with it. There's some mathematical assumptions here. Happy to work with everyone and actually improve the simulator. There's also a really simple spec for here. What does a dispute object look like? Guys, that's not final. It's just more like, look, we want a proof of refund, or we want to add a stake and say, no, I think I'm right. That's what I think would be really valuable as a last mile for reputation in the registry. So thank you for your time, and I'll talk with you in chat.
Any other demo? Congrats, team.
Thanks, bud.
Need to dig into the details. If not, we have been super efficient. We still have 10 minutes, very dense. So
I can
who wants to go?
because I can go. Hello?
Hey, Justin, yeah, floor is yours.
Let me share my screen. Just 1 second. Just a couple minutes. So we have been building this trustless AI agent for a few months. As you can see, I mean, this is the link I shared in the chat. You can just let me show. I don't use Zoom a lot. Yeah. So this is a simple trustless agent demo that use TEE. As you can see, it works very similar to ChatGPT. You can talk to it, it will reply, and once you reply, it will give you this full verification thread. Just tell you that it's actually talked to OpenAI, use the TLS connector, and it actually talked to GPT-4 at this time, so that you can be sure that the agent does not do something fishy back end, and this thing can all settle on chain as well. And it's a more complicated example. This agent behind the scene, so I might be go a little too fast. Behind the scene, it calls many APIs. So each of them has their own a signature and attestation, so that the entire end-to-end execution of the agent is verified. Of course, the model is not. The model is still talking to the closed source model hosted on OpenAI, but the TLS connection to the model is verified. And in the future, if we can use the NVIDIA confidential computing, we can host the model as that, so to reach the entire AI agent end-to-end verification. So this is just a simple live demo of what the trustless agent will look like. And of course, this whole commitment will be settled on chain, and so that it will be, it's a immutable commitment. It's just a super simple demo, and you can play with it at agents.sparsity.ai. So that's the demo, yeah.
thank you, Justin. Questions? Questions on Justin's demo? Or Justin, if you also want to share the link in the chat, so we can.
Yeah, share the link on the chat, and also
By the way, we will prepare a recap probably in the group of all the demos done today. Added them as a note to the recording.
Hey guys, is it possible to demo?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, hey guys, we're from Bond Credit. So we're actually building the credit layer, and we're working with several agents that we're scoring, including Codex. I think I saw Justin Views here. Amazing. So yeah, so we already had a formula. We work with Giza and IXIC, and actually we have our scoring that we did for Arma. So it's mostly on chain, and we're actually not using ERC-8004 yet, but we really want to be like the first service to provide actually more financial data, because we're focusing on credit score and we want to give credit to those agents. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, I think this is all. I think there's a problem on my I don't have enough tokens for computing the score, and I apologize for that. But yeah, we're happy to talk to any agents, and we're happy to contribute as well. So thank you.
Looking forward to it's on 8004.
If I can steal a minute or two, I'd love to get our product in front of some people, and a lot of the problems you guys are solving are ones that we really need help with. So if you wouldn't mind, I can share my screen.
Justin, maybe if you can be like synthetic and take 1 minute, because we want to take
Easy. Yeah.
questions on the spec and roadmap.
Yes, questions, especially about the builder program, guys. Question to Jesse, Isha, Leonard.
Yeah, so if you see my screen, basically, all of our agents are sharing intel, or rather we want them to share intel. We're performing tons and tons of analysis, consuming literally billions of context tokens. And we want to be able to open this up. We want to be able to share it. We even let people add, any MCP server or whatever to bend down those analyses. But there are a lot of attack vectors. I just DM'd you on Twitter, Tim Cotton. But yeah, I mean, really, like we're trying to break open this space and figure out how to lock down some of these protocols. So anybody kind of building in the agent security space, et cetera, please DM me on Telegram, JBCrypto95. I'll put it in the chat. But there you go. There's the minute.
Thank you very much, Justin. Then we can for sure dedicate more time in one of our next calls.
Yeah, maybe we can have one focus on like security validation. It seems like important enough topic.
Yeah, super, super, super important. I think like Ethereum attestation service, we really wanted to use, but we couldn't because it wasn't super secure.
Sorry, there is one question about DNS. So how can we be decentralized if we rely on DNS, which is centralized? You can directly put on chain a pointer to an agent card, which is on IPFS if you want. So without going through the DNS system. That was the question from Jake. Guys, question on the builder program? Or on the event, or everything that David and others discussed?
Is there like a universal site that we can visit to see kind of the results of the program and all this stuff?
We don't have it. We are building a website.
Just
we
the
don't
Telegram?
have yet the design. So you can use 8004.org. This will be you can already find something now.
Okay.
The FAQ of the builder program will be soon published here.
All right. Yeah, we're buyers of some of this tech, so definitely reach out if all of you are building.
Hi guys, thank you for the presentations. It was super cool. I just have a question about is there some form of layered abstraction where we can build on top of someone who's doing more infrastructure? Like, is there like kind of 8004 as a service or stuff like that, so we can avoid rebuilding everything from the ground up?
Maybe an SDK would be cool. Davide, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And I think this is something we'll be discussing with Leonard, that like beyond the ERC, we want maybe like a set of docs, like maybe there is even a different SDK for like registration and then like the more security aspect.
For sure, yeah. To improve the DevX or a lot of these things. Definitely.
Cool, thank you.
But I would add that's maybe like gonna be the focus after we launch the stable spec, the V2, yeah, which is kind of like the next milestone for us.
Yeah, just maybe another question from our side. Is there going to be a registry for third-party reputation providers? How can we actually connect and become like providing our score? Since we're pulling most metrics on chain, we also have some metrics which off chain. We focus mostly on chain data, but I would love to know if it's going to be a registry, is there going to be an approval process? How do you guys see the process to
Fully
plug in with it?
permissionless. It's fully permissionless, so you can add your
So you
data
can add your data
as a reviewer
as a
directly.
reviewer directly.
You see my voice
See my
getting.
voice getting.
You can directly add your data as a reviewer using the ordinary reputation system. And then if you want to create experiences with just filter the Explorer or just the application experience by your reputation, you can do that by filtering. We are also exploring if this could be done on chain and not just off chain, depending if you want to aggregate just the on chain data that we will put or also the off chain one.
Okay.
But that's the beauty, and everybody will be able to build on your data and vice versa.
Okay, and can we send just our final scoring, or is this something, because everything should be transparent?
You can also directly send the final one.
Okay, yeah, perfect. That works for us. Awesome.
Yes, not to share your secret recipe. I guess this is a pretty common.
Exactly, yeah. We spent like 3 months researching agents and formulas and talking to experts, and we finally came up with like, say, version 1 of it. So yeah, we try to keep some of it secret, as I say.
But we're trying to grow the pie.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Great work. We love it.
Thank you for joining. We have space for one more intervention. Somebody want to say anything? Otherwise,
I'd love to say something. So 2 years ago, the Decentralized AI Summit happened, and we saw, dozens and dozens of companies together. And I just want to encourage every single one of you that what we're building, if we actually make this composable, can work together and take on OpenAI and all the big guys. So just want to thank everybody here and empower you, because this market is a multi-trillion-dollar market, and we're going to build it together.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's go.
To close.
Oh, an
Hell
amazing,
yeah.
an amazing closing remark, I would say.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you in the group.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Cheers,
everyone.
thanks.
Amazing.
Thank you, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Talk later.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How do I leave?
Yo, check it out. There he is.